Hello, Kevin here, aka Brick Ninja from RebelLUG, and today we have this Rise of Skywalker set that LEGO kindly sent me a copy of to do a review. And this is set number 75266, the Sith Trooper Battle Pack. This set has 105 pieces, and in the United States it will retail for $15. There's definitely a couple of things in this set that I'm pretty excited for, a couple of things I'm a little disappointed about. But let's go ahead and get it built up and see what it's like once it's all said and done. Alrighty. Alrighty, so we got this guy all built up, and our RebelLUG member quote is going to come from Danny, and he said, "Great to get sand blue in the build. Maybe would have chosen different minifigure distribution, more regular Sith troopers." And I completely agree with him, and also so does pretty much all the rest of RebelLUG. When I was looking at the list of responses from this set, it was just full of people saying that they would have preferred to have 2 Sith troopers and only 1 of the jet troopers. For me personally, when I'm collecting new or different factions, I really like getting twice as many of the regular troops over the specialty troops. So if there had been 2 Sith troopers and 1 jet trooper and the 1 officer, I probably would have gotten like 5 of this set. Now I'm looking at getting like 1 more, and then maybe just picking up the other figures that I want. So I really think that's pretty disappointing. But let's go ahead and take a closer look at the figures. So we have our regular Sith Trooper, we have the Jet Trooper, and we have the Officer. There are 2 copies of the Jet Trooper, but they're both identical. Let's go ahead and start with this Sith Trooper right here. The Sith Trooper is the same as the one that came in Kylo Ren's shuttle. It's a pretty good figure. I really like, there's a lot of fine detailing as far as like really thin black lines, both on the torso and on the front of the helmet. This is a pretty cool figure, and overall I'm really happy with this. I'm glad we got him in a much cheaper set. Pretty disappointed we didn't get 2 of him in that set, just because I'd love to be able to get like 10 of this guy and 5 of the Jet Trooper, but now it's going to be much more complicated. Let's take a look at the Jet Trooper next, and this one here is the same as the one that came in the Speeder Chase, except for being in red. And this guy is really good looking. Same kind of basic concept. You get a lot of fine printing of the black lines on there. You get that new jetpack piece in red. And I'm really interested to see people use that piece in mock building. Not just like for minifigures, but it's just as a detail piece. We now have it in red and white, and hopefully we'll get it in some more colors. I am having issues with these troopers. The helmets are just not sticking on very well. And I'm not sure what's going on. It just seems like there isn't enough clutch. The minifigure just falls right out if you try to hold it by the helmet. Sometimes it will stick in there a little bit, but it doesn't really take much effort at all, and he falls right on out. This is not... can't even put it back together. This is not an issue I was having with the white one. The white one... nothing happens. It stays on there just like it should. So I don't know if it's with the plastic, if it's this particular batch that we have. Hopefully this won't be a widespread issue, but I'm pretty disappointed in that regard. And let's go ahead and take a look at the final minifigure here, and this is the officer that comes with the set. I know a lot of people are disappointed by getting officers and battle packs because they don't want a lot of them. This one here I'm pretty okay with because it's a completely unique design, and I don't feel like anyone's going to buy so many of this set that these become an issue. Like, having one of this officer for every 3 of those troops might be a little high if you're buying like 10 of the set or something, but overall, I like the red markings on the front of the torso there, and then he has a new insignia on the top of his hat. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied with that officer. Alrighty, so let's take a look at the build itself. And we have the speeder here, which basically looks like the First Order snow speeder from that one deleted scene, except for smaller and with sand blue. And the sand blue is the highlight. Just like Danny said, we get some nice wedge plates in sand blue, and then we also get 3 of the 2x2 jumper tiles with 1 stud in the middle. And those guys are pretty good. I always like getting those in different color options. So overall, I feel like this has got some decent parts for mock building, though nothing super groundbreaking. And let's face it, no one's buying a battle pack for the build or the parts in the build. They're buying it for the figures. And these figures are really good. Disappointed with the distribution and really disappointed with the helmets on these guys, but other than that, they are a pretty solid design. It's a pretty easy set to recommend if you're hoping to build up these Sith troopers. They are nice figures. I personally would give this set a 7 out of 10, assuming that the helmet issue is just an isolated issue. If it is a widespread thing and everything has it, then I'm going to have to bump this down to a 6 out of 10, just because it's really hard to do much with these guys. That being said, RebelLUG gave this a 7.4 out of 10, and 45% of members were planning on picking this up. So overall, I do think it's a decent set, couple of flaws, but I hope you enjoyed this review, and we'll see you next time.